Aren't you happy to be home, Sanguine?
Yep.
I had a Pikachu mug.
Oh my god, random comment number 8,472.
That's being generous.
Yeah, it is. So many random comments, but no one hears them, so. More like in the millions by now.
And that's just kind of the amount of time she said something random on stream.
Because most of the stuff I say is just random stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Honey, I
That's
don't lurk
how
in
random
voice
stuff
chat.
works, yes.
So,
Oh. Well, that is... Well, voice chat also is random. First darn, I lost half of the lid.
You know what? You probably
Check the couch!
she
Oh
can
my
say
God.
gosh darn and make it actually sound cute.
Right?
The rest of us are like, God damn it! And she's like, gosh darn, I lost the rest of it. I can't even hit the pitch.
Ooh, fancy.
What?
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 Ooh,
did you just say?
shiny.
What did you just find?
No! I told you about the
Oh my god, oh my god, oh.
What the hell?
waffle maker.
Well,
Wait,
Okay, wait, what? What did Megaro do? I didn't see that.
he had a waffle, his
Posted a
waffle maker
maker.
Oh,
in
neat.
front of his camera.
I was trying to set something up and laughing at Kyra.
It was a mini waffle that wasn't blue.
Ooh,
Pocket
thanks.
sized?
It was
It
red.
was pocket sized. Yeah.
Oh god.
Woo! Score!
Oh my god.
Score is in goal or score is in the chocolate bar?
I had my bag from my grandmother across the room, and I threw it like a basketball, and it landed in the bag.
So wait, you threw a bag from across the room and it landed in a bag?
No, I threw my silly putty in the bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, LeBron represents.
Oh, look at that!
Hey, look, there's Mikado. Sunglasses and a burglar-style mask.
Wow!
A burglar style. So that's boy, and that's calling him a thief.
Oh my god.
There we go, and,
I have no
I'm
idea
already
how it is
recording. Thank you, Kyra.
I don't know. I'd need to see you against a 7-Eleven doorway.
Sakes! Wow! Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's an
Merry
old
Christmas
Ron
to
White.
everyone.
That is an old Ron White joke, for fuck's sake.
Yes,
No.
it is, but it's still funny nonetheless.
Okay. That's glorious.
Wow.
See what you look like against the 7-Eleven. God damn it.
Oh god.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Kind of looks like the skull run through a washer and shrunk in the dryer.
Fancy cookie that broke.
That's a fancy cookie that broke.
Like I
Never
made.
time for broke cookies.
I love, of all the things about you, Kara, that I love the most, it's your noise.
Yeah.
It is the cutest thing.
What are you
on
doing
God's
with your tongue?
Oh, that's getting gift.
I don't know.
That's the new raspberry.
Honey, it's in your face. You ought to be able to keep track of it
You would think, right?
so that you're not like, oh my god, I found
Jacob, remember that line?
Oh, there's my tongue.
it was right next to my lipstick. In the
Oh,
sun
my
bag
knife.
with my Swiss Army knife.
Under my putty.
Put a T in that, please. Please put your T's in. Not putty, but putty.
Oh, do whatever you like.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I need the pens. Would you please? I'll put a PO. I'll get a PO box. Start shipping me depends for these streams.
We'll put it in the. We'll put it in the description on the Minion stream. Talk to Hammer.
Help Poppy's eye not pop.
Now,
Help
down in the
Fox
description
grow
below,
not see
we have
herself.
the link to Poppy's thing for her eye and blah blah blah, and someone can
Yes.
eloquently describe that. That's not
can have
me.
a GoFundMe
And then after
for
that,
my bladder.
we also have a PO box to send Prospero the pens because depending on the day, she might need them.
Oh, that's why they call the pens. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, that's exactly why. Oh God, I hope I don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze.
She's almost out of depends. Don't sneeze.
I also have a typewriter in my room.
Oh God, bless you. I'm gonna die in laughter.
My old-fashioned typewriter.
Jesus Christ.
You have now officially made this one of the greatest Christmases I have ever had.
I'm so glad I was a part
Right?
of this. Thank you,
Oh
Segment.
my Christ!
Thank
I
you,
also have a
Segment, so much.
typewriter in my room. Oh, Kara, honey.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so
Thank
glad I
God
started
we
recording
found
already.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, bloody.
Oh, fuck.
I hurt.
Oh.
I'm hurting too.
I think that makes 3 of us.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I'm just gonna give in and get a catheter.
Oh my God.
I also have a typewriter. Was it? Did you find it next to the lipstick?
Jesus Christ, Prospero.
Oh,
No, I found it next to a bag from last year's Christmas.
Is that the one you threw the other thing into?
That's a different bag.
Okay.
aw.
Okay, see if you can hit the bag with the typewriter.
There you go.
And we need you on full stream present, please.
Did she actually say the typewriter?
Oh no, don't
I hit it.
don't
Throw
shit.
it typewriter.
I wasn't being literal.
I found a picture of Julia.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, how sweet. How
What's on
sweet.
the back? Where's what's on the back?
Oh my
Anyone
God.
else getting whiplash from
Yes.
Yeah.
topic
Yes.
changes?
What on
Yeah.
Christ's name is
Topic
the,
whiplash.
what is the flip side of that? From the adorable diaper picture of
I've
me.
done my redskin.
Oh.
One of the kids at my work had me draw random shapes.
Oh.
I better not be one of those random kids,
No,
or I
you
will
were-
find you.
You were a thought in my mind before this kid had me do
Did you
this.
just call Prospero a thought?
The idea popped into my head while I was at work whilst a bunch of kids were drawing near me.
Did you just call Prospero a thought?
Oh my God,
She-
I've never been called a thought in my life. I'm so proud.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh, did
when
we
you said-
embarrass her?
When you said I will find you, I thought you were gonna say I will find you, and I will tape the lipstick and the Swiss
Yes.
Army knife to your belt.
I wish I could do Liam Neeson's voice. I will find you. I'll tape the lipstick and the Swiss Army knife
To your
and the
belt.
typewriter.
And the typewriter
Weigh you down.
and the putty. Oh my God.
Dump you in a pond
Oh God.
with silly putty up your ass so they're no bugs.
Ow.
Up her ass even.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Poor hazmat. He's like, fuck shit.
Like, what just happened?
What did I just walk back
no.
into?
She's
He stood up for like 3 seconds and this is happening. Okay. Prospero shoving shit up Kyra's ass. Got it.
the only one person's allowed to do that. It's not you.
Whoa. Until I hear Kyra say that, you're not allowed either.
Thank you, Magato. Thank you. What, just you? Watch out for strange men bearing silly putty.
Watch out for strange men with silly putty at all.
In general.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen my Play-Doh?
Okay, Kara.
Way to take it a
Kara
different
of the
turn.
Great White North.
Way to take it a different turn, Jacob. Thank you.
I have to ask Sanguine again. Are you happy to be home?
Yep.
Yep.
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Poor Magato was full of the Christmas spirit and wanted to join the stream.
And then I was talking about my family and stuff that happened at Christmas, and I'm sorry that I ruined your Christmas spirit, Magato.
You didn't ruin jack shit.
You made it glorious, sweetheart. Like, you are just a gift that keeps rewrapping itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Because your
And I don't mean
fucked up
gift with a
family
T.
doesn't ruin your heart.
Right?
That's why you're the gift that keeps rewrapping.
I also have weird color slime.
See what I mean?
Oh,
Oh, Kyra, you are gold.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, I gotta go to bed.
Alright, take it easy,
Have a
Deco.
good one, man.
I hope
Thanks for
your
joining us,
dream-
man.
I hope your
Later.
dreams are sweet, and if they're not, explain them to us tomorrow night on stream.
I hope
they're
your
not,
dreams
then
are silly
explain.
putty free.
I was gonna say, if they're not sweet, blame Kara.
Night, Magato.
Take it easy.
Night, guys.
Bye,
Night.
Magato.
Have a good one, man.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Boy.
Night, boy.
Boy, I swears.
Oh, it's not making the fruit noise anymore.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh. Okay, guys. Please don't leave. I've got to go pee.
Oh,
I
I'm not
don't
going.
have
I'm
any
not missing
Depends.
any of this.
No.
Thank God I don't get to work until the afternoon tomorrow.
Thank god I don't have to work at all.
Fuck
until
you.
further notice.
So
Just
did
kidding,
you
I have
guys
3
hear
days
about
off.
the NYPD's message to the LAPD?
Boy, talk about
No.
topic whiplash.
They
What the fuck?
What was that?
She just
What was
started. She just started like a. Anyways, go on,
You
segment.
can go on, Segwit, but
NYPD sent a message to the LAPD saying that they're sending season's greetings to their brothers in arms ever since they worked together to solve the 1988 siege of Nakatomi Plaza. It was a Die Hard reference.
oh
Ah.
Explains why I don't know it. I haven't seen that movie in quite a while.
yeah.
Nakatomi Plaza was attacked by Hans Gruber on Christmas Eve, 1988.
Interesting. Did you guys see Harvard's newest student?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard about that at this point?
If I was a lucky man, it would be me.
Fair enough.
Clearly, I'm not.
Oh, now what random thing is Kara gonna go get?
Well, I don't know because it's not in the couch.
You know what?
Oh, God. Whatever it is.
Brown candy.
I found
Oh
candy.
my God, Jacob, you have got it made, my man.
Oh, I know.
Oh, buddy. Well found, good man. Good on you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Came back at the perfect time.
Yes, you did.
I found candy.
Well, where are the other
Covered in
hookers?
silly putty.
Oh yeah, where are the
You found candy. Where are the other girls?
Don't eat the
Where-
lipstick.
It is not cherry flavored, no matter what it says.
Yes. That shit went out in the 70s.
Did she bring her headphones with her?
just rummaging through her room?
I was looking for something.
That's a yes.
Okay.
I found a drawing I probably haven't shown anyone online yet.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
Turtle or helmet?
I was gonna
Helmet.
say it looks. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a helmet.
What's that on the side there? Is that a red trail there? Or?
That's blood.
Oh.
Blood.
So yes, that was me being nice about it. But yeah,
Helmet.
I don't know why I drew this, but I drew this.
clearly you were inspired and in the mood and felt like you should and done did.
Yep.
So you know
And
why.
that's okay because Carl Jung is dead and he's not going to psychoanalyze you about this.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ding ding dong. Ding,
Jesus
Oh my
Christ!
god.
Jordan Peterson's entire fan base just called. and said, just a moment, please.
You think if we showed this to Peterson, he'd subscribe to Minions? Dave Rubin, what are you doing right now, Jordan? I'm subscribing to the Minions.
Oh, Lord, I can't wait to see what kind of platform he sets up, though. Because Patreon went full metal retard. They started making it sound like the creators that were leaving, including Sword and Shield or whatever the hell his name is, he was their 5th largest subscriber, left because they didn't like paying the 5% surcharge to Patreon.
Fair enough.
Wrong answer. I mean, like Sam Harris left because of that. Tim Pool is bitching because of that. Tim Pool was pulling in probably $10K a month. 5% of that is chump change. You know, it's like paying a credit card processor if you're a merchant. Yep, Patreon decided to say, well, maybe they were finding that onerous. No, maybe they didn't want to keep the company with pieces of shit like you, Mr. Conti.
I'm really hoping someone actually takes them to task on the trust issue.
They were not paying people who had contracts with them because there were issues, and when it got brought up on Twitter, suddenly the check appears. They were keeping the money that subscribers were sending in. They just weren't cutting the check to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And what PayPal did to Subscribestar is group boycott.
That's even worse.
MasterCard and Visa are going to get caught up in this because they act as proxy banks. Look out.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2 largest credit card issuers in the world. PayPal has 70% of the US market, 60% of the world market.
what I really... There's two things that I want to happen. I want them to get caught up in trust issues.
Mhm.
And I want someone in the government to take a look at social media, and when they're trying to be publishers rather than platforms, and they're making it very clear that they're publishers rather than platforms,
Yep.
go after them for everything that's happened on their platform.
Oh yeah, that article, that article or number 230 thing goes out the window if they claim they're publishers.
Yeah, so go after Facebook for the Facebook kidnapping.
Hmm.
Because that was clearly something that they allowed on their or they allowed to be published because they're a publisher, not a platform.
Patreon is still allowing a large number of podcasts and other people to monetize when they're making incredible racial slurs.
Mhm.
And yeah, Sargon's an asshole, but he's an effective asshole. So generally, I don't get all that torqued off about Sargon.
He's an asshole in a way I find delightful.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, are you okay?
What is going on in there?
Stop appropriating monkey culture.
I mean, oh dang.
Jesus Christ.
Kara, are you all right?
But yes, are
What
you
did you
alright?
do?
Yes, I'm alright.
Okay, good.
I stepped on a piece of plastic.
Oh.
Oh,
I almost stepped on a piece of plastic looking for my thumb.
oh, like Lego foot.
Didn't you just have
did
that?
anyone else hear her say looking for her thumb?
No, I heard phone.
You know what? After tonight, that would not be surprising.
Fucking Christ, Jake.
Oh God, that was
Hey,
glorious.
just
though.
remember, Kyra, you're dating him.
I know. I know I'm dating him. And I love him.
Atta
Love you,
girl.
Yankee boy.
Love you too.
Atta girl.
Because I definitely heard looking for her thumb.
Yeah, she said phone.
Either I heard
Hey,
her
she
right this
found her
time,
phone.
or I'm starting to understand Kyra enough just to automatically translate.
Remember
I
sanguine
think it's the
flu
latter.
today, which changes the fluid in your ears, so your hearing is not exactly what it should be.
Also, as I said, in the past, let's see, it's currently
You slept 8 hours and about 60.
2 a.m., so I'm looking at
Oh look, he's
40.
yawning.
8 hours plus an additional 9, so 57 hours, and I slept 8.
So yes,
I was
about
close.
60.
I said 8 out of 60.
She's doing the best.
Could have just said yes.
You goddamn.
99999.
What?
Oh God, you're my most beloved Spurg. You really are. You're just like, no, it's 57 3/4. Thank you.
Never change.
You keep me honest.
Never.
Yeah, never change. Please don't change.
Yes.
See, the thing that drives me crazy is one of my alarms I set up so that I have to do math problems in order to turn it off. When I was
Oh.
in college and I was particularly sleep deprived, this was my method of managing that.
Yep.
Except one day, apparently, I was tremendously sleep deprived, but my mind was still able, in its 90% asleep
To solve the problem.
ability, to solve a very hard math problem to
over
turn off my alarm.
and then go back to sleep.
I had never woken up entirely.
Yeah, you need to pick anagrams or something. You know, it's like
Or just find something that's surefire to make sure you wake up.
I had. Oh God, my senior year, my roommate was on a waiting list for a single, and I knew that, when we were rooming together. And I'd drawn such a low lottery number that I was going to be stuck with a roommate regardless. Her number came up. She got her single. I had the room to myself for the first semester. Second semester, they moved a late enrollee freshman in. Her alarm clock was chirping birds.
Oof.
See, the thing that drove me crazy about my college roommate was
Okay.
he had a alarm that rotated through a bunch of alarm sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I could sleep through every alarm but my own.
Yep.
One of his rotation was the same fucking sound as my alarm.
Yep.
So that would wake me up. The fucking klaxon that he had in the rotation wouldn't do shit to me. But
Oh, yeah.
the one that was the same as mine woke me up.
Now, those chirping birds, I felt sorry for this girl because I know one morning I woke up and I was like, if you don't turn off that goddamn alarm, I'm going to yeet you out the window.
Nice.
And,
Window.
what? I'm like, turn off your fucking alarm clock. I don't have a class until 11:15. And she, oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah. Shut up now. And it was a senior with a freshman, and I really felt badly for her because I was not all that nice to her. Because she was annoying me because I had the room as a single. And it was like, go away. Then I found out because she was a freshman, so we were trying to be nice and sheltering to some extent. We found out why she was a late enrollee, because she'd been bounced out of high school for smoking dope. I was like, oh no, you're good. Everything's okay now.
Like I said, I got really lucky with my first roommate no longer being my roommate very early on, because the school that I went to, you know what school,
Yes.
had a very firm, if drugs are found in the room, everyone gets kicked out.
Oh, is that the one you damn near choked to death?
So, my first roommate, hardly ever in the room. I swapped over to a different room and different roommate halfway through the year, a week after I had changed rooms. They found pot in my old room.
Oh boy.
So, my old roommate and his new roommate were booted.
Mm-hmm.
I was saved by a week from being kicked out of college due to someone having pot.
Yeah, we were lucky. The RA my junior year when I was living with a head, all the students under her watch, the freshmen, gave her a Toastmaster. So it was really weird because you know where I went to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to school a long time before you did.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very strict. Men were not allowed in the dorm past a certain hour, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And the goings on when I was there, it was the perfect exemplar of why doing that nonsense of men are not allowed in the dorm after 11 results in more profligate behavior than it would if you just let people come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my theater teacher, high school, met her husband by breaking the rule and going in the men's dorm at college.
One of my roommates my freshman year got in trouble because a guy came in to our we had different visitation areas that first semester. We voted ourselves to the most liberal afterwards, but she got in trouble because the guy came to return notes to her. That's how retarded these people were. There was a little watchdog in the dorm, and she was that person. That horrible. I saw somebody go to your room, and you're not supposed to have visitation past, 5 o'clock, and he showed up at 6, and
So annoying little
that's
stickler.
why you do something called a blanket party.
Well, it's also why we had a vote and voted ourselves the most liberal visitation
I
in the
prefer
dorm.
my solution. Blanket party.
Yeah.
Blanket party, a sock full of navel oranges, and a sock full of soap.
I didn't have this problem when I went to college. You wanna know why? My college didn't have dorms.
Yeah, there's an
There you
advantage there. We had panty raids, and the single funniest thing that ever happened is in the middle of a panty raid, somebody had hit a Baptist preacher's daughter's room.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she was just downstairs from us. And we nailed that motherfucker with about 3 trash can fulls of water. And he's standing there in this wool hand knit sweater. And he's like, oh my God, my mom made me this sweater. What am I going to do? And every one of us yelled.
Stop panties, you idiot!
Well, no, every one of us yelled at him, block it! And he was like, what? I was like, okay, honey, let us explain it to you.
Oh
If you
god.
take the sweater and you stretch it out to normal size, that's called blocking a sweater. It'll be fine. Now run along. Run along. It was the saddest, because he's like sniffling. And it's like, drop the panties and we'll explain how to fix your mom's sweater.
Wow.
Okay, if I don't go now, I'm gonna be up all goddamn night.
Alright.
So,
Good one.
Take it easy, man.
Sweet
Alright.
dreams, darling.
Bye, Yankee boy.
night, guys.
Night.
Night. Though that does make me wonder. The pastor's daughter did have the kinkiest shit, didn't she?
No, she didn't. She really was.
Disappointing.
And the saddest thing is she didn't live to see 50.
That sucks.
Yeah, she died of ovarian cancer, but she was a real sweet girl. Very, very friendly. She wasn't the typical PK. She was from Waynesboro. You know, Waynesboro lives forever in the shadow, literally, Charlottesville. So but yeah, little Mary Alice. That was her name, Mary Alice. That same night, we all got treated to a little nudie show across the courtyard because one of the girls, when the panty raid hit, was drunk as shit. And she danced out the window of her dorm room onto the roof, naked from the waist up. And it was like, I'm watching this and I was like, the fuck am I? It's just,
Kyra, you're awesome.
that face.
Yeah. And the squishiness of it.
I know. Such a squee face.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. I hope it don't turn into a vain little squee.
Oh, she won't.
No.
She doesn't have it in her.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, but I'd like to agree.
I don't think she can. No, I know she can't.
Yeah.
Just-
She'd have to find it in the chair. Right next to the lipstick.
No, I lost that at camp.
So in the
Your
chair at
vanity?
camp, whatever, it's still a chair.
I know. I wish she had said I lost that at camp. In the
I
middle
did.
Of
I
She
said
did
I
say
lost it
camp.
at camp.
Yes, except that soundbite.
Oh my goodness, no!
Oh my goodness, no.
Wow.
I am going into camo mode.
Oi,
It
Oi.
didn't work.
stop appropriating turtle culture.
No, that's foreskin culture.
Oh, that's a low blow. Jesus Christ, Kyra.
Just gonna hold up on Christmas.
Actually, no, I didn't know.
She didn't know it said Christmas on it.
That's lame songs. I can find those on YouTube without downloading them.
A friend of ours got his birthday is Christmas Eve. One of his birthday presents was the People of Walmart coloring book. It exists.
Wow.
It's on Amazon.
Is Monkey in
I
it?
have a cousin whose birthday is on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is Monkey in this coloring book?
No, Monkey wasn't, but I thought of Monkey when I looked at it. Because there was a particular shopper with, like, serious ass crack. And I was like,
Any midgets in there?
yeah.
That'd be his next question.
And it would be.
Hey,
Are
the book
you
any
listening,
midgets?
baby? Are you out there? Are you listening?
This is for you midgets.
How's your ass crack? Are you midget? How tall are you?
This is for all them little midget ass cracks out there. And a one. And a two.
It was like Monkey with Eve singing, Santa baby, hurry down the chimney to me. Just, oh God, leave a sable under the tree. It was, and Sinatra's like, yeah, nice voices and stuff, but hey, I've got something you need to see. That's
I remember that, and I remember listening to that, and I'm just like, she sounds like she's singing a little wide.
wide.
Yeah.
Is that what your choral director said?
This. Yeah.
Wide open mouth, or
Like, hurry down
No,
the chimney
no,
tonight. It said,
no? That's
There
through
we
the,
go.
that's through the nose. Yeah, nasal.
yeah. And I heard that it's like,
Leave a sable under the tree for me.
and she honestly also sounded a little way too breathy, too.
The song calls
Well,
for breathy, though.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I know,
original
but-
was ridiculously breathy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
she was doing it
It's
deliberately.
Eve.
Yeah.
It's
It wouldn't be Eve if it wasn't.
No, it wasn't her.
Oh.
it's designed to be a.
It was the girl that Sinatra was like, hey, you need to listen to her.
Oh, okay. That one.
I would fuck her voice.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake.
yeah, no, her voice is amazing, Kara. The one
It
that
is.
Sinatra played. It's Santa Baby, the original. Did Eartha Kitt do the original?
I can't remember who
I think it was Eartha Kitt, and she
did
was.
the original. I know
Eartha Kitt was very head voice, and very breathy. She's the one that did For Your Eyes Only.
I know that the one who really got it was Marilyn.
Well, Marilyn. If she was hit with a cattle prod, she'd sing. But, you know. Santa baby. Everything out of her was incredibly breathy. Eartha Kitt can sing. It was just a... She was nasal and breathy. But that defined that song.
But that sounded a bit different than... But... At least to me it did. I don't know.
But it's also microphone and reception. If you're doing it in a hangout, you know, it's versus a recording.
True.
And Eve was being self-conscious when she was singing, but she did a good job.
Oh yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah, she stayed in key. So hurry down the chimney tonight. I mean, it's such a naughty song. And they finally this year, the social justice fucking brigade.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Went after it, but it's like,
I know, it took them fucking long enough, eh?
well, you know, that's what I kept wondering. They kept going after Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, if there's a fucking Gold Digger song laying in front of you, Becky, and you're ignoring it, because Santa Baby is like that. It is a thought song.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Gimme, 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 Mr. Man. And Maybe It's Cold Outside. One of the lines is, at least I, gave it a try, or something like that, which indicates the woman is willing. It's a song of seduction.
Off the second part of the song. Because there's two
Yes.
It's Cold Outside songs.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, and it's the second iteration, which is Betty Grant going after Red Skelton. It's the role reversal.
And it is far more aggressive.
Oh, yeah. And it's hilarious that it was done that way. But, no, we don't want to look at hilarity. We want to look at literal rape.
Yep. As long as it's done by a man.
Yeah. And Lady Gaga, by the way, recorded the song. I think she's pretty empowered. Why would she do it if it were that problematic?
Well, to be fair, this is also the woman who wore red meat.
Yeah, except, like she... Hazmat, do you know her background?
No, I just...
She was like Catholic school raised. She started out as a lounge singer. She's got a very similar arc to Bette Midler in some regards in that way. But she was like a jazzy lounge singer, like a female Tony Bennett. And she couldn't get anywhere. Nobody was interested. So she started doing the gyroscope outfits, and she decided to market herself like Madonna did. Because Madonna just simply went for marketing. That's what got her noticed. Same with Lady Gaga. And I actually think Lady Gaga has a better voice than Madonna could ever have dreamed of having. I mean, you could take her, put her in a studio, and she could record damn near anything. And I find it stunning that somebody my age said that.
My cat wasn't fighting. It was two random cats.
Who said your cat was fighting?
There was a cat fight.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
But I texted Dad that there was a cat fight. He's like, no, Buddy's inside. It's like, keep him inside. There's cats fighting. That or they're making out. I don't know. Either way, I don't.
Yeah, making out.
Poor Jacob and his need for sleep.
Yeah, making out does not lead to kittens.
Oh, God. I hope not.
Just saying.
I had a cat one time that was happy. Only time she was happy was when she was pregnant.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fix your animals.
Well, we were gonna fix her, but she got pregnant before we could fix her.
Fucking whore.
Oh, God. You only say that because you live so far north in Alberta, it would be a pain in any of our asses to come hunt you down.
I'd say it to your faces.
I know you would. But still,
And with that,
Fort
I had her
MacArthur-
disprove her own claim. Thank you.
Yeah, but still, Fort MacArthur?
Close
Who the
enough.
fuck wants to go there this time of year?
Not me.
Oh, by the way, Sanguine, I loved your post about on the plane, boarded, home in 40, and I thought, give me the actual timestamp.
Yeah, I was waiting forever. But yeah, my plane home, when I sent that, I was boarding the plane, taking me home in about 40 minutes, rather than
Yeah.
being home in about 40.
Yeah.
But I can see how that was how it was read.
Yeah. I was like, what in the hell is 40 minutes from nothing, unless you were on a puddle jumper.
Yeah, it was boarded at about 8, probably 8:50 was when it finally boarded, because there's a bit of a delay for some reason.
Always.
And then I didn't get in until 11 something Central, so it was like a 4-hour flight.
Ow.
Yeah,
That
3 to 4
just
hour
made
flight.
my knees hurt. Worst
And-
flight I ever had was to Hawaii from Atlanta.
Because a mother wasn't smart enough to make sure that her chairs were grouped up with her 3 kids, I ended up having to sacrifice the chair that I wanted for a chair that I absolutely hated, so that she could sit with her kids.
That's in the airport.
That was during the flight.
Oh, on the plane. Oh,
Yeah.
Ow.
I hate sitting aisle because I get dinged by the fucking food trolley.
Yeah.
Oh.
You remind me of my husband, because he's 6'3", and every fucking time I fly, I get middle seat. My legs, he's 6'3", I'm 5'7". My legs are not quite 3 inches shorter than his. So, I'm not getting a bargain being in the middle seat at all. It's just a slight mercy. I mean, he actually had window on a flight from DFW to Vegas. And somehow or another, he managed to unfold his legs. I ended up with the guy with the kid next to me. And I thought, because I'd seen the kid in the lounge waiting for the flight. And I looked at Cree and I said, what do you want to bet? Seatmate. Sure enough, seatmate. The kid was like the most awesome fucking kid ever. He had like little Tonka trucks. And he was like running up and down his dad's legs. And then I was playing with him. It's the shortest flight I've ever had. But I felt so sorry for Creed because he had to unfold himself out of that damned window seat and stagger into the aisle. And he's like, can you open the overhead, please? I haven't unfolded my knees yet.
Yeah, you saw how fucking broad I am in the
Oh, yeah.
stream, so my arms are outside of the chair quite often.
Yeah.
So every time that the food trolley goes by, it dings my elbow. So I hate sitting aisle. My preferred chair is window.
Yeah, because you can kind of slide a foot down
Yep,
the side and lean in.
yep. And I can just avoid getting hit by the trolley. I can lean against the wall, and I can figure out ways to make myself fit.
Both flights to and from Hawaii, I was middle aisle. Middle seat. Middle aisle coming back. And the person behind me set up so that I couldn't recline my seat. I've got Captain 6'3", who kept having to pull his leg in and lean toward me anytime the trolleys came down. The flight out to Hawaii, we were the bulkhead seat in the back. Aisle 31. Seats don't go back.
Yep, that sucks.
And both times I had people on both sides of me, one of them Captain 6'3". And I was like, oh God. I mean, I got up, we hit there's a fair bit of turbulence over the Pacific, just by nature of it. And I got up to go pee, and they were like, you're not supposed to be out of your seat. And I was like, you have two choices. I sign a waiver, or I piss the seat. I'll crawl if you need me to. Happy to do so. But, I mean, I get the risk. These people that encounter turbulence and they get roughed up a little bit. I don't mean the people with the neck injuries. I mean the roughed up a little bit people. Oh, that was horrible. It was horrible. We had a downdraft coming into Atlanta that dropped us about 100 feet in a second. And, you're coming in for a landing and all of a sudden, whomp! And we hit the runway hard. Once he leveled the plane out. And I mean, I'm looking out the window because I had enough of a view that I could see the torque on the plane. But that downdrop was like, downdrafts and thunderstorms are horrible. So, I hate flying. Which is why when we go to New Orleans in April, we're driving.
I don't mind flying, I just hate when I'm middle because no one will enjoy that trip. And I hate when I'm aisle because I will get dinged and
Bashed and
anytime that someone needs to stand up and go to the bathroom, I have to stand up to let them out. Just give me a fucking window seat. And the thing that annoyed me about the family was it turned out that they had paid for one of them to get a first class upgrade. So, rather than offering the better chair, knowing that you're inconveniencing someone,
Mhm.
and going, hey, yeah, I know that you really wanted to have your seat because we all select our seats. So, here, so that we can sit with our kids, you can go first class. We'll sit with our kids. Everything's good.
Hey, Gwen, you
That
gotta
would've
remember, that would make too much sense.
Yeah,
She's got a point.
it would make sense and it wouldn't dick over someone. But what they did was, nah, you want to sit in a shitty chair? That way, or I can sit with my child, or children. And if you don't, well, then you're dealing with my children all flight.
Yeah, I've gotten so many kids. It's been amazing. The most interesting was the German woman and her daughter flying to go meet her husband. He was in the service. And the German woman spoke some English. The little girl, she was about 2, didn't. And there I am trying to make happy with people that don't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing is, care of a year of taking German and singing a lot of German, the mother was frazzled. She had obviously, this was a connection from Europe to go meet, and she was just worn out. And so I grabbed the book and I started reading the story to the little girl. Because I was like, I don't know what it says, but I know how to say Großmutter. Yeah. And this woman was like, Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I was like, ich studierte
Hi,
eine
sorry
Jahr
guys, this
in-
video is not allowed here on YouTube because of copyright claims, but if you want to watch the original
Good
video,
enough.
follow the instructions and click on the link in the description to watch the full movie streaming in HD quality.
Exhausted, get swapped, and get dinged by the fucking trolley.
I'll tell you one that most people thought would bruise a marriage. We were going to and from Tech Ed. And, Microsoft used to do the big 10,000 people going into a city for Tech Ed. They stopped it. They started creating smaller, more niche events. My husband got a bump to first class. He took it. I had to sit and coach with a kid. His boss was like, is he a dead man to you yet? And I was like, no, he's just a selfish shit, but I knew his parents, so it makes sense. It was another good kid. A kid who was really excited. Going to Orlando, woohoo, Disney World, woohoo.
Disney World!
Yeah, it made it a shorter flight, but I got off the plane, I looked at my husband and I said, I hope you enjoyed it. You're on dish detail for years. You fucker. And he was like, I didn't know you could transfer them. Honest to God, I don't fly that much. Fuck you. Just fuck you.
That's them words.
Now, if you're married to somebody for 20 years or more, you can pretty much tell them to go fuck themselves, and they'll be like, okay, I'll go fuck off now.
My mom and dad are going to be married for 20 years next year.
Oh, cool. We have 25 coming up in April, which is why we're going to New Orleans.
Awesome.
Go
Going.
to Metairie, find Dragos.
Oh no, there's a Draco's in the.
I know, but the Metairie location's better.
I know, but the one in Hilton isn't bad, honey.
I know, but
Oh god, those char-grilled oysters.
Metairie's better.
Christ on a crush, those char-grilled oysters.
Yep.
Hazmat, have you ever had char-grilled oysters?
No.
Do you like oysters?
No.
Oh good, more for me.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Fuck me, garlic butter. Oh Jesus.
Wow.
You're just... you smell them, and it's like, feed me.
Fair enough.
Screaming hot shells. I mean, don't touch the shells if you're trying to get the oyster out of the shell.
Or just man up, get asbestos fingers, be good to go.
Well,
It works
yeah.
too.
I was doing it for people who don't have asbestos fingers. My husband was like, ow, ow, ow. I'm like reaching over, grabbing the shell and pulling his oyster out for him. And he's like, what? I was like, I have virtually no feeling left in the end of my fingers. What I haven't touched that has come out of the oven, I've hit the back of my hand on the element in the oven, so I'm good. Did it again tonight. It's not cooking if you're not burning yourself.
Yeah, I've burned myself a good number of times. One of the ones that pissed me off the most was I was doing everything right, but the pan twisted weirdly in my hand.
Yep.
So I had a pot holder, I was holding the pan twists and taps the back side of my hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yay me. Ice cube. My favorite stupid is Pyrex. You take it out of the oven, and of course your brain is like, it's glass. The rest of your brain that knew that it had been in the oven forgets that it had been there. And you touch it, and you're like, fuck. Ice cube. Oh, guys. It's almost 4 a.m. here.
I know.
No, it's almost 3 a.m. where you are.
Well, of course she knows. She's the
know.
timekeeper.
I know. She is.
Squee, our adorable little timekeeper.
You still have your lipstick, honey?
Or is that back in the
It's in
chair?
my purse.
You sure?
Do you still have your purse?
How about your pocket knife or your Swiss Army knife? Is that still in there? No, it's not. Now it is.
You're gonna live in lore forever, Kara.
She
God
is
bless
the,
you for
she
it.
is the lore.
Yes.
Okay, there's something that really annoys the shit out of me when it comes to knives. We have several methods of producing Woost steel. But every time that you look up Woost steel knives, They don't actually show you Worcester steel. They show you pattern weld steel. Those aren't the same fucking things.
Leave it to you to know this.
Pattern welded is weaker than Worcester.
Mm-hmm.
Because Worcester is amazing.
Yeah, I live in fear of having to replace a couple of my kitchen knives. Because what I have now I love, and I'm so afraid I'm not going to find the same hilt-to-blade weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because my older hands, and the fact that one hand only has partial mobility, it's like,
And you just reminded me about something that I wanted to catch. Because I have a good selection of knives. I noticed that there's one sort of knife that I'm currently missing. Because I have a meat and vegetable cleaver. But you don't want to use a meat and vegetable cleaver as a bone cleaver.
right.
So I need to get a heavy cleaver.
Whenever your birthday is, put it on your wish list.
Well, I have a heavy cleaver that I was looking at that was...
But your family came through, like, big time with the cooking stuff.
Yep. Let's see. That one's gone really high in price, so I'm not going to buy that for myself.
No, tell them what you want for your birthday.
Yeah, but that's waiting.
Patience is a virtue, which apparently some of us do not have. I know I do not have that virtue.
I don't have any
Patience
virtues.
is a virtue. Virtue is a grace. All of them together make a very pretty face. Which is why I've been an ugly hag my entire life.
I need to get a good heavy cleaver. Because I want something that I can hack through bone with. But
Alright, guys, I gotta fold my tent. I hate to break it up because I would spend eternity
not a
with it.
problem. Have a good one.
Have a good night, Prospero.
Night, guys.
No.
I found a meme that would possibly describe Adam.
Okay.
I'm putting in Minions General. I feel like Adam will do it.
Nice. That is very Adam.
Like I saw the photo, I was like, I feel like Adam would do this.
Yep.
I mean, he's already feeding them. Why not give them?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd probably write from Santa. It makes me happy for some odd reason.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, the thing that drives me crazy is why are so many cleavers made out of stainless steel? High carbon that fucker.
I don't know, Sanguine. I don't make knives.
I don't make knives, I just play with them.
If you want a good edge and really good blade durability,
Mm-hmm.
go for high carbon.
Well, yes.
But so many fucking knives are stainless, which pisses me off.
Well, what do you
it's-
expect? How many people are going to know what to go for and what kind of knife? They're just going to go for a knife, reasonable price, and it looks like the one I need. That's what most people are looking for. That's what those stainless ones are for. If you're looking for what you want, you have to specify, man.
Yeah, but god damn it.
I know, it's a bitch, but it needs to be done.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day.
I actually found out about Boxing Day through American Girl dog block younger. Because I used to read those because I was forced to read in the library after school.
You were forced to read in the library after school. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Because my reading level was terrible.
See, I
For my
was
grade
forced
level?
to read before I went to school, so I didn't have that problem.
My mom worked at the elementary school I went to, so I had to read.
Ooh, that's noisy.
She was a substitute teacher. She wasn't a teacher, she was a substitute teacher.
Oh, that's even
She's
worse. That's even worse because you never know when they're going to be there.
Yeah. And she was a strict sub, so everyone in my grade level hated me.
Imagine my shock.
Yeah, it's like... So I was that one kid, it's like, please don't let... Teacher, we're getting a sub tomorrow. It's like, please don't be my mom, please don't be my mom, please don't be my mom.
Oh, Samuel's gone.
Probably off going looking for a knife.
Here you go. Well, as I showed earlier, I have a wall of them and such. I've also got this nifty little key right here.
Fancy.
Oh yeah. And a mutated minion.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that movie.
Yeah. It's probably about your height. Sweetie, you're trying too hard.
No, I actually have a cousin that's shorter than me.
Oh yeah.
I remember. I know me and Jacob were talking. I was like, how is that possible? Is anyone shorter than you?
Oh, well, how tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Yeah, I've seen it. I went to high school with a chick who was 4'11".
That's how tall my cousin is.
Yeah.
And she's like
She was like,
4'11" and a half.
she didn't even have the half. She was 4'11" even. So,
Yeah. I showed Jacob a photo of me just leaning on my cousin, just like this. Like,
it's like, really, but at the same time, it's also like, well, how often does she get this opportunity?
and my cousin Katie's just like, I also found out she's a germaphobe.
That's fun. That would be so much fun. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it a night there, sweetie.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night too, dude.
Yeah, have yourself
See
a
you,
good one.
Dilla.
Have a good one, Kara.
You too, dude.